We finally get to the story of Abram in the daily reading, and Abram's story is very special as he's considered the father of our faith. We so often sing. He is this transitional character that moves away from Genesis 1 to 11, which kind of set the themes of Scripture. And then we move to Abram, who he will be an important character because he is the patriarch of Jesus himself. And so Jesus' lineage goes all the way back. And in fact, God blesses Abram, saying, I will give you land, I will give you descendants, and you will be blessed. In this seed in which God promises to bless Abram with, we see this huge family tree come out of Abram's lineage. Though his wife was unable to have children, this great seed that is spoken of by God is actually the seed who is Jesus. But even after being promised this, and Abram goes on this big journey following after God's call, he gets to the land that God has promised him, and there's a famine in the land. And so Abram leaves the land and goes down to Egypt. And I always find that so interesting that he finally gets to the land that God had promised him, and the first thing he does is he leaves. And then when he's there, he's afraid that his life will be taken from him because his wife is so beautiful. So he says that his wife is his sister, and Pharaoh takes her as his own wife. And so he leaves the land, and then he puts at risk his own lineage, because if Pharaoh sleeps with his wife, it could be Pharaoh's kid, that is born from Sarah. And so Abram seems to be risking the very things that God had promised him with. And yet, through these, we will read that God continues to use Abram and bless Abram, and that ultimately, through Abram, Jesus will come.